Good morning. We are here with Emmie in the round pen, and I brought her in here. This will be her second time doing some groundwork with me. And the reason we're in here today specifically is to work on some of her dominant personality that I've been seeing come out just the last few days. So as you know, Emmie is a Connemara Pony. She turned 1 year old just a few days ago. So I've had her for a few months now, and she really is quite lovely. She's got a great personality. She's very friendly. She's very curious, very bold, very confident. So the other day I was turning her out, and for the first time we had some real attitude coming out of her, and she was really trying to express her dominance with me. As you see, she's kind of running around right now. She's not really happy because she wants to go out with her friends. So she's going to work in here with me today, mainly to get this dominance thing out of her. She's, as you can see, just trying to show me her feeling about keeping her in here because she just doesn't think she should be here. She has quite an opinion of herself, and she's never kicked or anything like that towards me, but that doesn't mean she won't try. So today is really the focus on showing Emmie who's really in control. Now, as you can see from Emmie, she's not really nervous about being around people. So for a yearling, she is actually quite remarkable. I love her confidence. The first time, I have groundworked her once, and I'll go ahead and put a link to that video up top so you can kind of see. She naturally seemed like she just knew what it was all about, and she was just a good listener, and I was actually really impressed with her first time in there. But now, like I said, a few days ago, she kind of showed me her dominance, and she can be quite pushy. But again, with the way horses communicate with each other in the herd, what's important to her is that I keep my feet where they need to be. So even when I'm leading her, if she tries to push into me, or if we're just standing and she's trying to move over to make me move, I push really hard to get her off of me and to make her move. So this morning I'm going to kind of work with her on some of her attitude that she showed me the other day, and then I'm going to try putting her back out in the pasture with her friends without her giving me attitude. So the other day what had happened is when I went to take her in there, before I went to take the halter and everything off, she was showing me how impatient she was and that I was taking too long. So she started pawing at me. She came up a few times trying to turn her body, and we just walked around. Finally, when she gave me too much attitude, I let her go and I just chased her. I didn't let her go near her friend. I kept her away and really kind of showed her what a horse in the herd would do to her, and that's basically kick her out of the group. So she figured it out pretty quickly, but I still wanted to bring her in here today to really solidify my place in our relationship. So most of what I'm going to do today, I really want to use my body language. I'm going to be very thoughtful about how I stand, and I keep my body positioned to her at all times. But as you can tell, I'm just pivoting. I'm not walking in a circle following her. I'm just pivoting. And right now, I'm not concerned about if she's walking, trotting, or cantering. I just want her moving where I want. So to help her understand that I'm the one in control, making her feet move, I'm going to do a lot of reversing. Here we go. Reverse. And you can see the attitude she gave me on that one. She did not appreciate that. So we are going to do that one again. Reverse. And I will use this from time to time just to help get closer to her without me being in harm's way. We'll go ahead and reverse again when she comes over here. Reverse. And the fact that she's kicking out at me like that is not good. So I'll show you here what you do in a scenario like that, which is kind of to step up your energy to make the impact of their poor decision understood. Here we go. Reverse. Hit, 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 hit. So I tend to make a lot of noise and kind of like I'm going to eat her. If I can get a hold of her, I'm going to eat her. Let's see if she does it again when we reverse her over here. Reverse. Hit, hit. Okay. So we'll try that again here. And at some point, she will get it. We'll wait until she kind of comes over here to reverse her again. Reverse. There, no kicking out. That was good. I'll try that one more time here. Reverse. Reverse. Good girl. All right, so now we've got a little bit more of a compliant horse. So I'm going to take my energy level back down, calm again. I don't need to be aggressive. Her level of energy has come down. Her aggression has started to come down. So we're going to take everything down a little bit, but still do some reversing. Because again, I am in control. Sometimes when we see too much aggression from our horses, we need to kind of double check to see what we're communicating with them. And she really wants to come into me right now, but I'm not going to let her. She kind of thought about kicking out there. Trot, trot. Now I'll reverse again. Reverse. Reverse. Now this is going much different than the first time I was in here with her. But she is looking at me a lot. She wants me to know that she's respecting me now. She's trying to show me that she wants to come in. I'm going to move her off just one more time so that I can bring her in on my terms, not hers. Whoa. I put my hand out just to show her that my body is trying to get in front of hers, and then I put a hand forward to invite her in. So you can see her personality is a bit different, and I'm giving her some scratches just so she understands that this is the appropriate behavior. And I'm just going to do some walking around to see if she is connected with me and if she's going to be a good listener. And she disconnected, so she gets chased off again. Go ahead and reverse her. Reverse. Good girl. I do want her turning into me, so I have to watch my level of assertion or aggression as she's doing a reverse towards me. Because if I show her too much, then she might kick out just as a response to say, don't come at me, don't hurt me. Reverse. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, and reverse. Good girl. Good girl. I want her to move away from me, but at the same time, when she's reversing and moving on, I want her to be looking at my body language and trying to understand what I'm asking. I don't want her running in fear. Reverse. Good girl. And again, I don't really care if she's walk trotting or cantering. It's more at this stage, since she's a yearling, is just moving her forward or reversing her, whatever it is that I'm asking of her. Controlling her speed will come later. Reverse. And again, she did not kick at me like she did earlier. So I think she's kind of realizing that she needs to respect me just a bit more, but I can't really call her solid on that. Reverse, good girl. And I really, again, like that she's reversing into me and not away. When they turn your butt to you to reverse, sometimes it could be because they're showing you disrespect, or also they're a little too concerned or scared or nervous. A horse with high anxiety with humans, or is confused and not quite clear, also is trying to protect itself. So it's not always a sign of disrespect when they move their butt towards you, trying to reverse. Reverse. And with her, reverse, I want to get to the point where I can stay in the middle here and reverse her just by doing this. Reverse, a little bit. Reverse. That's how I'll know that we're ready to move on. Reverse, reverse. And again, I like to think of this rope as just an extension of my hand, because then I don't have to run so much. Let's try to reverse her again. Reverse, reverse. Not quite there yet. Good girl. And again, if you watch my body language, I try to be very thoughtful about always facing her as she's moving. I don't want to get kind of lazy and just kind of, follow behind. I have to be fully invested in the communication here. Reverse, reverse, reverse. You can also use a lunge whip instead of a rope. That helps also. And I find with people who are new to groundwork, it's just a lot easier than trying to figure out how to hold on to a rope and at the same time throw it. Good girl. So I'm going to call her into me when she comes over here. First I'm going to ask her to whoa, whoa, whoa. And then I'll put my hand in front, which invites her to come to me. And then I will pet her or scratch her so she understands that she did well. This is something that horses do when they're spending time with each other, grooming and scratching each other. I try, especially when I'm working with youngsters like this, to only communicate with them with things they understand. And this is definitely something that a horse would understand. The other thing Emmie and I are trying to work on is that when she reciprocates with the grooming and the scratching, that she stops using her teeth. She's still kind of doing the baby thing and using her teeth to scratch me. And other horses like it, but she can't do that with people. And she needs to start understanding that one. So we're going to go ahead and walk around a bit and see if she follows. And that kind of tells me where she's at in the respect with me. And I'm not going to, if you noticed, when I started her following me, I didn't look at her and go, come on, and try to convince her. I basically started walking, and she's either going to go with me or she's not. And I try, especially in the beginning with horses, not to walk in a straight line, because sometimes their hooves are kind of glued to the ground, and taking that first step forward can be very difficult. So if you go from side to side, either side, it's easier for them, because in order to stay connected to you, they have to pivot and keep their head on you. So once they take that first step to keep their eyes on you, then it's easier for them to continue walking. So let's see how she does. I think overall, Emmie did a great job today, so I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching.